So I recently picked up my first Orphan barrel, Fanged Pursuit, a 17-year Kentucky straight bourbon. The first thing I thought of was Hardin's Creek from Jim Beam, their Frankfurt, which is one of my favorite bourbons, and it is 17 years old, so I thought that would be a pretty good head-to-head, but it's 110 proof, so maybe not a fair fight. This is only 92 proof. So then I thought about the Elijah Craig 18-year at 90 proof, and I thought this would be a pretty good head-to-head. And I have not had a pour of this in quite a while. I'm currently living in a FEMA apartment as we build a new house after Hurricane Helene. So this has been sitting in a storage unit for almost a year now. So I was happy to have an excuse to go and bring it here to this apartment. I only keep about 20 or 30 bottles here, and I shuttle back and forth to the storage unit quite often. So happy to have that with me here, and we're going to compare that tonight to the Orphan Barrel Fanged Pursuit. I'm Captain Mike, this is Whiskey and Literature, and I talk about whiskey and books, and today it is extra aged bourbon from Kentucky. Specs and stats of the Elijah Craig. Of course, it is 18 years old, single barrel. Mash bill is 78% corn, 12% malted barley, and 10% rye. This one was bottled 6/8/22 barrel 59/59, if that sort of stat interests you. Again, happy to have this. When I first popped this open, I was not super excited or impressed with it. I think as I've gotten deeper into it and slowed down sometimes when I'm drinking this bourbon and just kind of enjoy the sip and enjoy it, and it is kind of opened up, and I really have appreciated. So excited to have that here with me tonight. I did overpay for this 3 years ago when I bought it. I paid $1.99, which I believe is MSRP now, but it wasn't back in 2022. The Orphan Barrel Fanged Pursuit, also 17-year Kentucky bourbon. This is a single barrel. This is a batch product. We don't know how many barrels were in this batch, but it is a batch product. The mash bill is, and they give a range for the mash bill as opposed to an exact mash bill. They say it is between 68 and 74% corn, between 18 and 22% rye, and between 8 and 10% malted barley. My guess for the reason that they do that is so that we don't know what the distillery is or where this is sourced from. Orphan Barrel, it comes from Orphan Barrel, right? So they source the whiskey typically from Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. This is 100% Kentucky, so that probably makes it more important that they do disguise, and it could be actually more than one distillery as well, and that could be the reason for the range of the mash bills. Like I said, 17 years old, batch product, non-chill filtered, and I paid $199 for this bottle. All right, let's get to it. Elijah Craig, 18-year. I have to tell you, I'm off of the Elijah Craig barrel proofs lately. I have so many. I have a whole tub full of them at the storage unit. So I haven't even bought the last 2 releases. But this one I've been excited about getting back into. Oh, it's just that classic Kentucky bourbon with extra oak on it, right? It's that Elijah Craig, Heaven Hill mash bill, that nice vanilla, but it's pretty oaky coming in through there too. It's no ethanol, no alcohol. I mean, it's 90 proof. I assume this is chill filtered. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think primarily in the United States we chill filter or leave the whiskeys non-chill filtered when they're higher proof. Typically these lower proof whiskeys, they are chill filtered. But it doesn't say one way or the other. That's why I'm assuming that it's chill filtered. But it's just so nice. It's nice and rich, oaky, vanilla. Just all those classic notes that you get from a bourbon. But it's nice and it has depth to it. Cheers, my guys. What an easy sip. Like, it's so nice. Like I said, I did not think highly of this whiskey when I first popped the top. But I think I was drinking things too fast back then. I wasn't letting them sit out. And these have been in the glasses here for at least half an hour. And the bottle's, you know, halfway through, so it has breathed quite a bit in the past few years and opened up. And I do appreciate it more. Slightly thin, it's not helped by that 90 proof, but it has depth to it. You can tell it's not really a weighty, but it's depth to the notes. It's oaky. There's just some light spice going on, brown sugar. Vanilla. It is that persistent oaky note to it. It is not overbearing, and it is nice. I like it. I'm a fan. And I have co-workers who are also fans of this. And I think I've reached the point where I would like to be able to invite guys over and do some bottle shares and things like that here in the area. But well, we're in this FEMA apartment, so really I can't invite anybody over here. There's no one who's been in this apartment except Mrs. Captain and me. So it's unfortunate. Fanged Pursuit, Orphan Barrel. That's different, so different. Still kind of oaky. Sweet, but it's got a, it's like a berry. It's like a different fruity note to it. It doesn't have, it's a nice bourbon, but it's divergent. Completely different. It is, yeah, it's just fruity note to it. Caramel, oaky. Cheers. Like the Elijah Craig, it is oak forward, sweet oak. It's nice. It comes across, it's immediately a little bit drier than the Elijah Craig. It's just a little bit just drier. Caramel, fruity. It's like a cherry note. It is nice. I've had a couple very small pours of this in the past couple of nights. Oak, fruity, like a cherry note to it. Caramel, a little drier. It's about as thin, kind of the same mouthfeel as Elijah Craig. Maybe, okay, there's a little bit of spice coming on now. Maybe it is a little less thin than this. Maybe that non-chill filtered is helping the mouthfeel a little bit. But neither one of these are overwhelming me with the mouthfeel. I do like it. And it's a different spice. It's more of a peppery spice in this one. So oaky, spicy, fruity, little peppery spice. Also kind of a thin mouthfeel, not too bad. Again, and it's drier. It is immediately noticeably more dry than Elijah Craig. Again, there's that fruit note just coming through. Okay, my thoughts on these. It's my first Orphan barrel, and I'm paying more attention to them in the stores. I haven't picked up any more. I'm looking at some of those extra aged scotches that they have, but I'm probably going to pass on some of those. Some of those are crazy money. And even this $1.99 for a 17-year-old, don't know where it's sourced from, Kentucky straight bourbon, don't know the mash bill. I get why guys pass on these bottles. And in some respects, why would you buy this? I do think it's nice. It's a counterpoint to a lot of the younger whiskeys that we have. And I think it's done right. It's a batch product and it's good. These are both very similar. But they're very similar in the price, the proof, the age, and the availability. Like all those are very, very similar. But they're also divergent in that this is classic bourbon, and this just kind of steps away from that just a little bit. But you know what? I'm equally impressed with this Fanged Pursuit. as I am with the Elijah Craig. I would be happy to sip on either one of these any day. And even at the price points, I think, you know, they're not a daily sipper, but every now and again, like you pull out a bottle like this and you enjoy it with someone special for you, or, you know, or by yourself, I think that's okay. Certainly it's something that I enjoy doing. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've had the Elijah Craig, it's been around. This is an annual release, I believe. The Orphan Barrel, I mean, you know, they got this release and then it's going to be done when it's done. So, but they do have a lot of stuff. I've not had any other Orphan barrels or any pours of this, though I'm going to keep my eye out for it. And some reviews I've seen have said that they think this is the best Orphan barrel that they've had. So take that for what it's worth. All right, my guys, if you've enjoyed the video, like it. It's free. Subscribe to see more of my content. Again, I talk about whiskey and book, but for now, my friends, you know what to do. I hope you're reading something good and drinking something great and wear that damn hat. Cheers.